Hello everyone, welcome back to a new YouTube video. Today is a very special day because this is the first episode of a new concept that I wanted to start, and it's called RM's podcast. So, first of all, thank you for being here, whether you are watching this while you are studying, relaxing, traveling, or simply looking for something interesting to listen to. I really appreciate your time. And before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Ryan Muwaki, although some close friends call me Paolo. I don't know why, they just like the name. I'm 23 years old and I recently graduated as a chemical engineering student. Looking back now, I can honestly say that university changed me a lot. It wasn't just a place where I learned engineering, it was a place where I learned about people and about life, about responsibility, failure, success, and even about myself. When we are in high school, many of us imagine university as this perfect place where everything will suddenly become existing and easy. We imagine making a lot of friends, getting good grades, finding love, and enjoying every moment. But reality is often different. I still remember my first day in university. Oh my god. Like many students, I was nervous. I didn't know anyone. Everything felt new. New classrooms, new teachers, new faces everywhere. At first, it felt overwhelming, but little by little, I started adapting. One thing I quickly realized is that university is not only about studying. It's also about meeting different kind of people during those years. I met people, a lot of people. I met a lot of amazing people who supported me, motivated me, and made difficult days easier. But I also met people who disappointed me, of course. And honestly, that's part of the experience. I think university is one of the first places where you start seeing people for who they really are. Some people become your friend only when you need something, others stay by your side even when things are difficult, so you learn how to recognize the difference between those people. And of course, we cannot talk about university's life without talking about relationships. Personally, my experience wasn't exactly what I imagined. My first relationship happened during my first year. To be honest, I fall for that girl almost immediately. Like many young people, oh my god. I thought maybe this was going to be something special. It's going to be forever, but things didn't end well. Later, I had another relationship. I think it was in my fourth year in university. Yeah. And unfortunately, it wasn't much better. There was lies, misunderstanding, and disappointment everywhere. At the time, those experiences hurt a lot, but today, when I look back, I don't regret them. Let me tell you why. Because they taught me important lessons. They taught, they taught me that life is not always like anime, movies, or social media. It's not like always what you're seeing always. In movies, everything usually work out perfectly. It's always a happy ending with a pink road, with roses, etc. In reality, people make mistakes. Hearts get broken, expectations are not always met, and that's okay. Sometimes the biggest lesson comes from the most painful experience. Another thing about university taught me was how to deal with pressure. Engineering isn't easy, and my field, chemical engineering, was maybe the hardest one ever. There were periods when assignment, project, exams, and presentation all arrived at the same time. I remember nights with very little sleep, weeks where I felt exhausted, and moments when I doubted myself. There was time when I wondered if I was good enough. Maybe some students listening to this podcast feel the same way right now. that's you, let me tell you something. Almost everyone feels that way at some point. Students who seem confident all the time usually have doubt too. The difference is that they keep moving forward, they keep working despite those doubts. That's what university teach you, not perfection, precisely. Another important part of university was being involved in student clubs. During my years in university, I was a member of two different clubs, the Process Club and the English Speaker Club. Looking back, joining these clubs was one of the best decisions I ever made as a student. Yeah, I also forgot another club, which was the music club. Didn't spend a lot of time, almost like 1 or 2 months. Yes, it was a good experience. I started learning how to play piano and trumpet, but yeah, I didn't keep on because I was too busy. Yes, and I struggled with my studies back in those days. So, many people think university is all about attending classes and passing exams, but clubs can teach you things that classrooms sometimes cannot. There is a process club. I had the opportunity to participate in events, projects, and activities related to engineering and industrial process. It allowed me, to connect theoretical knowledge with practical application. It helped me better understand my field outside the regular courses. At the same time, being part of the English Speaker Club opened a completely different door for me. It helped me improve my communication skills, public speaking, confidence, and of course, my English. It also allowed me to meet people from different backgrounds and exchange ideas on various topics and made a lot of great friends. What I appreciated the most was that these clubs pushed me out of my comfort zone. There were moments when I had to speak in front of people, organize activities, work within a team, and take responsibilities. At first, it wasn't always easy, but those experiences helped me grow as a person. I believe also that some of the most valuable lessons I learned at university didn't come from textbooks. They came from teamwork, leadership, communication, and learning how to interact with different personalities. So, if you're currently in university or as a university student and you're hesitating about joining a club, my advice is simple: give it a try. You may discover new skills, make lifelong friends, and create memories that stay with you long after graduation. For me, both the Process Club and the English Speaker Club became an important part of my university journey, and I'm grateful for everything they taught me. One of my favorite memories from university is not even related to grades. It's the moment between classes, the conversation with friends, the jokes, the stress before exams, the celebration after passing difficult subject, the end of the year, and also being excited for the new year, preparing for the courses and classes. Yeah, I mean, those were the most magnificent things I ever had in my life, I ever experienced in my life. And especially the adrenaline when it's like the night before the exam and you're stressed and you feel like you didn't revise much, so you have to keep with things, you have to study, you have to put all your effort. So yeah, that adrenaline is what made you happy. It's like what makes you like a person. And yes, I think that's the most beautiful thing I ever experienced in my life. Okay, so last thing we're going to talk about is when you graduate, you realize something surprising. You don't remember every formula, you don't remember every lecture, but you remember the people. You remember the stories, you remember the moment that made you laugh when things were difficult. As graduation approached, I started realizing that this chapter of my life was ending. At first, I was excited. After all, graduation was the goal. But at the same time, I felt nostalgic. For years, university became part of my routine. Suddenly, everything was changing, everything was gone. Friends would go different directions, some would start working, some would continue studying, some might move away. That's when when I understood that growing up means accepting changes. Nothing stays the same forever. And maybe that's what makes these memories so valuable. If I could give one piece of advice to current student, it would be this. Don't focus only on destination. Enjoy the journey as well. Yes, work hard, study seriously, but also take time to create memories, build friendships, and enjoy the experience. Because one day you'll wake up and you realize that those years passed much faster than you expected. Wow, it was just a dream. And yes, it ends. Every start has an end. As for me, I'm grateful for everything university gave me, the good experience, the bad experience, the success, the failure, the friendship, and even the heartbreaks. All those moments helped me shape the person I am today. And honestly, I wouldn't change any of it. So, yeah, that was it for today. It was the first episode of RM's podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to share your own university experience in the comment. I'd love to hear your stories, your struggle, and your best memories. Take care of yourself, keep moving forward, and I'll see you in the next episode of Ryan Podcast. See you guys, and I love you all.